The juvenile standoff between NRMKe leader Miguna Miguna and police at the JKIA might have greater implications for Kenya. The Kenya Diaspora Alliance said this on Friday, noting Kenyans and their friends across the world had started breathing sighs of relief after the handshake between President Uhuru Kenyatta and opposition leader Raila Odinga. The gains have already been wiped away in one reckless straw, Chairman Shem Ochuodho said in a statement. Ochuodho said there was no justification whatsoever for the standoff the world witnessed, after the lawyer jetted back on Monday, following his first deportation to Canada on February 6. KDA resents Miguna's rabid style of doing things, but that does not entitle anyone, not even security apparatus, to blatantly abuse his inalienable rights. Much more, nobody, especially not the state and its organs maintained by Kenyan taxes, should blatantly disregard court decisions repeatedly, he said. Ochuodho said what Interior CS Fred Mashangai, IG Joseph Boynet and Immigration Principal Secretary Gordon Kyailangwa have demonstrated can only be termed impunity at its best. We are reliably informed by US-based members that there is a serious rethink of direct flights to the JKIA. What a costly blunder this would be. Was the belligerence in handling the Miguna matter, as well as barbaric attacks on his lawyers and the media, worth the price both financial and strategic? Ochuodho asked. There are also claims of Emirates withdrawing flights to Nairobi. Surely, don't we have a constitution that guarantees civil liberties and a claim to legitimacy as a modern democracy? Ochuodho further said Kenyan authorities must be reminded that Miguna and Lagdra MP Mohammed Shidai moved the first ever motion on dual citizenship in Parliament in 2001. As a dual citizen, Miguna is a member of the diaspora community. Even as we expect him to fully abide by the laws of Kenya, his rights too must be respected, he said. He added, how does the state expect ordinary Kenyans, who haven't sworn to protect the Constitution, to obey it if it not only ignores it but also disparages court decisions? Raila's advisor Salim Lone sounded a similar warning on Thursday in an interview with the BBC. Kenya will lose more than Miguna in the crisis it is currently facing, he said, and added that Kenyans are hardly surprised by lawlessness as they have seen worse since the two presidential elections last year. He cited the torture and murder of ex-acting ICT manager Chris Mzando, who had said he would ensure an honest votes count. The chairman said the only way the government will exonerate itself from international condemnation and ridicule is by explaining when exactly Miguna renounced his Kenyan citizenship and when and how he regained it. The state must tell Kenyans if it was fraudulently done, and if so, what's the evidence? Why was his passport confiscated? Why did Miguna refuse to fill forms, instead tearing them, and which forms were they? Miguna says he has never renounced his citizenship and that this is a birthright that the government cannot revoke. The Kenya National Commission on Human Rights said on Thursday that it was disappointed with him as he refused to present his travel documents for clearance at the JKIA. The commission was disappointed with Miguna because the court orders had allowed him to use the Canadian papers he had traveled with to gain entry into the country, Chairperson Kagwiri Mbagori said. Mbagori noted that had the lawyer presented the documents, the matter wouldn't have escalated to the extent of subjecting the country to unnecessary ridicule.